Before anything else, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're on the grind at 10K and we're kind of far away, so make sure you help your boy out. All right, in today's video, I got a mashing big man, bro. I made one, I broke down, I made one, so you don't have to, man. And I'm gonna show y'all some gameplay and I'm gonna show y'all the build. Y'all can make the judgment for yourself, but this is my official Shaq build and I got the comparison. Let me go ahead and show y'all this build first. So this is the build right here. Comes out as shades of Clint Capella, Rudy Gobert, and Shaquille O'Neal. Now you can do a couple things and still get the comparison, but this is probably the best one that I have seen so far. Comes out as a paint beast. Now when we go look at the build, there are multiple things you're gonna notice on the build straight up. The standing dunk is insane. I'm gonna just say it off rip. I have a 95 standing dunk with a 91 close shot. And that close shot is close to being able to unlock one more badge, but I save that for my cap breaker. And of course, if you're gonna have all that driving dunk, make sure you have a little bit of, standing dunk, make sure you have a little bit of driving dunk as well, because that is something that it'll help you out, man. It'll definitely be something as far as animations that you really want. So in order to get those big man elite contact dunks or contact alley-oops, so there are a couple things that you're going to see on the build immediately upon looking at it, man. That close shot is crazy high. That driving dunk is a 95, man. So if you want to make a build like this, or you want to make something similar to this build is fire. But that driving dunk has to be there. And the reason why that driving dunk has to be there is for the oop animations, but we'll get into the animations in a little bit. But trust me, you want to have that 70. That 86 post control is needed as well. The 86 post control does give you unpluckable on silver. That is needed. You know, the steals are kind of crazy right now. You can actually steal the ball from somebody posting up. So if you're going to post up, and you should on this build, because it is definitely something that can be used effectively on a build like this, you want that silver unpluckable. Driving layup, you can get that if you want it. I have a 91 close shot. I'm doing close shots. Like, I'm not trying to do any driving layups. And if I have the opportunity to dunk, I'm probably going to. And just a little tip for those of you who want to be mashers, my future mashers, make sure if you're trying to get that standing dunk, you hold R2 and you put both sticks up. That's both the left and the right stick. You'll get way more dunk animations doing that than trying to press square. Square will give you a close shot most of the time. So make sure you press both sticks up. I'm not saying you can't get standing dunks without using, I'm not saying you can't get standing dunks by pressing square. I'm just saying if you wanted to be more consistent, if you want to force that standing dunk, that's something you can do to make the build, make it a lot easier on yourself. The pass accuracy, I only went with a 75. We do not need to go over the shooting. This build is not made for that. This build cannot shoot. A 51 midi, you'll probably get a little something out of it, but right now I don't have midi at all, so I'm not really too worried about that. But the pass accuracy, decent. You'll still be able to throw the ball up the court effectively, but realistically, you want your point guard to come back. Now, ball handle, speed ball, I had to put speed ball on. So the one thing that was really controlling getting the big Aristotle comparison, for some reason, it makes you put a little bit of speed with ball on there. I don't understand that, but hey, man, I ain't make this game. Now, time for the defense. So we have 82 interior, which is decent. You won't stop other mashers that often unless they make a mistake, but playing good defense, instead of holding R2 to do the aggressive block, make sure you press triangle. For one, it'll help you jump again quicker. So that's just another little tip, man. I'm gonna be dropping gems in all of my build videos, especially on these bigs, because this is probably what I'm gonna be doing for the year. That 62 perimeter defense, you need that. You need that. Don't make a center build without perimeter, because it controls your contest. So even though you're 7 foot with a 7'8" wingspan, if you don't get that block on the perimeter, you still want to be able to contest the jump shot. Like, you put some perimeter defense on there. This build is like, you can kind of sit in the corner on a 2-3 and you'll be able to get to the rebound. Still, we really didn't do much with that. And also the perimeter defense does get you immovable enforcer on bronze. So that's definitely something you want to be on the lookout for if you're trying to make a build like this. You might want to have some immovable enforcer. I couldn't get the badge on silver. I think that's more of a lock badge anyway, but it will help you in the paint. For the block, I did go with an 84. I didn't want to go too high with the block, in all honesty. Like, I really didn't need to, but the block is decent. The offensive rebound is really where this build shines though. And one more thing about the block before I go to the offensive rebound. I've been using my max +1 on high flying denier to get them chase downs. And I won't say I get a ton of them, but I do get a decent amount. So I get a good amount of blocks in the build. It is decent at blocking the ball, but you're not like a straight up paint protector. You're more of a masher. This is a mashing build. And with that 96 offensive rebound, you can get your own boards, man. You don't need much help down there on the boards at all. This 96 is exactly where you need it to be. It gets you box out beast on Hall of Fame, rebound chaser on Hall of Fame, and another reason why I went 96 and I went 7'8" with the wingspan is because once I get my cap breaker, I want to take that to 99. I want to have a build with a legend badge, so this is probably where I'm going to get it at. Also, speaking of cap breakers, this 91 close shot, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit that with one of them points too. So I got one right there to get that to 92. Then I got 3 right here, and then I got one more left that I could do whatever I want with. You know, try to get another badge, try to make something else happen on the build. And then the physicals, of course, decent. We got 69 speed, 57 agility, 91 strength. That's very important on these bigs. Make sure you have strength. And I'm not saying it's like a make or break. You can probably get away with 85, but I do feel like you will be babied in the paint. Right now, box outs are looking pretty strong though. So, hey man, make the decision that best benefits you. For the vertical, I went at 78. I mean, 80 is good, but 78 is good too, man. But the more, it seems like this year, the more vert you have, along with your rebounding, you're able to get more rebounds. Now, I will show you a version that doesn't get the Shaq comparison. That is still really good, and you can still work your way to that 99 offensive rebound. Now this version right here does get the 92 close shot, so you get Paint Prodigy on gold, and it gets I mean, there's some slight differences we'll go over right now. So you got the 92 close shot, gets that Paint Prodigy on gold. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get that through a cap breaker, but you know, everybody's a little different. And on the defensive rebound, you can get that up to an 89. So you get these two kind of being closer to each other, and they match. So you kind of have a higher defensive rebound, and I think that would make the build a lot better. But of course, we're gonna look at the shades of, and like I said, you don't get the Shaq comparison. You still get the Paint Beast label, but I had to get the big Shaq this comparison in order to just make me feel a little bit better about the build. You know what I'm saying? But you got Clint Capella, Greg Oden, and Rudy Gobert, all pretty solid players, of course, in their own right. All of them defensive rebounders. They'll definitely get the job done, but I just don't want to. I wanted the Shaq comparison, and of course, no build video is really complete unless you show the highlights. So of course, I got a few highlights for y'all. Let's go ahead and lock in. And all of these clips right here are from games that I played recently. So the badges that I got for a quick badge upgrade, I have gold Aerial Wizard, I got gold Rebound Chaser, and I have gold Box Out Beast. So you can take that with a grain of salt, so you know where you need to be approximately to be able to get plays like this. I'm obviously grabbing offensive boards, finishing inside. Of course, I try to do post moves when I can, but I ain't trying to clog up the lane too much, because you could always hit cutters, you could always do other things. And if you're gonna make a build like this, make sure you pass out of double teams, man. It's just the right thing to do when you have a post mashing build. Play post with some IQ. It's not really that tough. I did turn my layup timing on this build, just so I could actually green them, because I will say, if you have it off, a lot of the times you will miss shots that seem pretty easy to make. So I would say make sure you turn that on if you have a high like close shot or drive-in layup, because it'll help you out more often than not. I get the and one right there. I'm telling you, this build is absolutely filthy. It can do a lot, but of course I can't shoot. If you don't have a hang up with people not being able to shoot, then this build is for you. But if you have to be able to shoot, if you have to be able to spread the floor, if you don't have enough IQ to do certain things without the ball, then it's going to be a long day for you, man. But all right, of course, last thing, I am going to show y'all my animations on this build. So for the free throw, I went with LaMarcus Aldridge, my dunk style. I did add in Shaq's dunks in there. Post fade, I do have Anthony Davis. I don't plan on doing a lot of post fades. I do have the close shot to be able to do it, but I just don't find myself doing a lot of post fades because I can back people down. So I got Giannis Antetokounmpo's post hooks, and I'm gonna show y'all why I like his post hooks. He actually gets some height on this, so it gives you a little more time to time it. Kareem, I just don't like the load up. I don't feel like you get enough space. That sky hook is crazy though. I just don't have the timing on that quite yet, but I have been able to time Giannis's. Pro also seems decent, like you get a lot of separation with it. So I mean, that could be something you could potentially look at. And with the motion style, I went with Drew Eubanks. I hear it's pretty fast. The pass style, normally I would go with none on a build with only 75, but this Domantas Sabonis looks pretty good. All you're looking for is passing styles. Make sure you don't see any handoffs in there, and make sure that the dude's actually moving towards who he's passing it to. And I think that makes it a little bit easier to get those passes through on lower pass accuracy builds. But let me know what you think about the build down in the comment section, man. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. But before you get up out of here, do me a favor, man. Like the video, share the video, and hit your boy with a subscribe if you got it in you. You know what I'm saying? But all right, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.